I'm the Brown Booktuber, and today we're going to be doing my January 2022 wrap-up. First month of the year gone. That was so fast. So, this month I read 3 books. I'm a little bit behind on my schedule. I was meant to read 4, but you know, they were 2 were pretty big books, and the other one wasn't. So, let's just go through them in order. Up first, we have The Strangest Appearance of a Bollywood Star by Wasim Khan. It is the 3rd book in the Baby Ganesha agency investigation story. And I'll be honest, I read the first 2 books, I think 4 or 5 years ago, so I was much younger, and my taste in books, I think, was very different. I gave this like a 3 out of 5. Again, I wish Goodreads would let you give half stars. I would have given it 2.5, like a bang in the middle. I just feel like, again, my taste has changed. I think this book would have been very good for young me who was just first discovering different tastes in books. And I genuinely don't actually read investigation and mystery books, unless it's like Agatha Christie, because I love Poirot as a character. And I feel like those books for me rely so much on the characters. That's why I kind of like Richard Osman's Thursday Murder Club book, that I didn't think the mystery and the investigation aspect was the most compelling part for me. For me, it was the characters that carried that for me. And I just feel like, again, me coming into this book after nearly 5 years of not reading the other 2, maybe I didn't have a connection with those characters, and this book doesn't establish that connection because it's the 3rd book and it's expecting you to have read the other 2 books fairly recently. I just feel like it didn't really hit with me very much. I took a long time reading this book, which is kind of the reason I only read 3, because I just wasn't really enjoying it. I wasn't getting enthralled, I wasn't being pulled in, so I just kind of slowly read through it and was close to giving up. I finished it, but I was like, was this really worth me finishing? But you know, if I start a book, I need to finish it. Except the 2nd Aragon book, which I think is the only book I've ever not finished. No, there's another one, which was don't look up. It was like no, wait, Player One, no, something. It was a rip-off of Ready Player One. I digress. The 2nd book I read this month, and I made a video about it already, so you'll know my thoughts on it, so you should go watch that. I'm going to put a card there for you to watch. It's Rifka. It is a collection of poems by Muhammad Al-Kurd. Again, I made a video about that last week, and I'm pretty sure I got very emotional whilst I was making that video, so please go check out the video on Rifka. I recommend this. Is a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 collection of poems, just everything about them, the poems themselves, the prose at the beginning and the end is amazing, and even the way they structure the poems I think is beautiful and really contributes to the impactfulness of the poems. So yes, I recommend you read Rifka again, or for the first time. Watch my video on it. And finally, the 3rd book is a book I think I'm going to make a video on next week. I just want some more time to digest this. I literally finished reading this book before making this video, and I think it needs more time for me to kind of formulate my thoughts on it. But it is White Tears, Brown Scars, How White Feminism Betrays Women of Color. I think reading this, it is definitely one of the most insightful, interesting books I have read. Obviously, some people may see this cover, see this title, and will immediately not like this book. And it makes sense because of what this book talks about. Literally, people not liking the thought of this book is what this book is addressing. Again, I will give you a proper rundown of what I think and my thoughts next week. I mean, initial thoughts, initial reaction is that yes, read this book. It is so insightful, it is so powerful. For me as well as a man, it is very informative, it is eye-opening, it is things that I have sort of thought about but not completely ever thought about. So yes, go pick up this book, go read it back to front, front to back. It is a fantastic read, it is very informative, and I'll give you a proper rundown of it next week. So, Thank you for watching the video. What books did you read this month? Let me know if you've read any of the books I've read. I'd love to know. Leave in the comment section down below your thoughts on these books, your books, everything. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share the video with a friend or family member. And hey, I hope you read a great book today.